This move has a lovely flow and it's a great way to practice edges backwards, but don't worry, we're going to stay on 2 feet. Our front foot is going to be doing a 1 foot bubble and we're going to be in a nice stagger position for safety, and this back foot is going to be on a toe manual. First thing to do is to get a little bit of speed rolling backwards and then hit the stagger. So at this point you can do whichever stagger feels the most comfortable here, and then think about getting the weight onto the very front truck of this back foot and just get comfortable rolling like that. There. Then we can start thinking about getting the front foot to do the 1 foot bubble. If we're going to use this move to practice edges, the edges themselves are going to be long and slow because we're going to think about getting the weight onto the big toe and then all the way over onto the little toe. So a little bit of speed, I'm going to hit my stagger, I'm going to put my toe truck in, then I'm thinking, right, I'm going to lean on my little toe. Then I'm going to swap to my big toe, little toe, big toe, little toe. So you see my upper body, as always, I'm using my shoulders. So when I'm on my inside edge, it's opposite arm to leg, and on my outside, it's the same. Swap, swap, swap. That's really, really important, especially on the inside edge, because if you have your shoulder here, you've got nowhere to lean on. You have to have this shoulder in the gap here, so you've got somewhere to lean for that inside edge. It's really, really important. Inside, outside, inside. This is a lovely move and it's got a great flow, but say you've got a bit of fast music and you want to do it quicker. So you want to get this nice quick edge, because that looks really good. So let's talk about how to get those edges changing really quickly. What I do is I put more weight towards that front truck. So then I can angle my heel in the direction of the edge. If I'm going to do an outside edge, I will actually swap my heel. And then I'm going to change to the inside, so I'll swap my heel, outside, inside. And I can only do that because my weight is further forward on my truck, which means my heel is lighter for me to be able to switch the direction. Let me show you rolling. So it's actually opposite to what you would think. So this is my outside, and then I want to do my inside, I flick. Outside, inside, outside, inside. Kind of feels like you're moving your foot in the opposite direction to what you want to go, but that is setting up the edge so you can really lean on the outside or the inside to make it nice and deep. So this little change where you put your weight on the front and kick out, you might remember that from when we do backward bubbles and we get here and we kick out. And now the long, slow version is very similar to a dip. So if you're having trouble with this, I've got an entire video on the dip and it breaks it down a little bit more if you just need a little bit more help. So this is the long, slow version. Now watch that back leg, because that is pulling me onto that outside, you see, and then it moves to the inside for that inside edge. Now watch it change, it's pulling me onto the outside, and now it's pulling me onto the inside. So use that back leg to help you. This is the quick edge version. So see how that back leg on this one's keeping quite still, because there's not time for me to move it, because I'm flicking that heel. There's also a really nice static version of this, and that's a 1, 2, 3 with a little spin. And this is great because it gets you used to doing it on both feet. So let's talk this through. I'm going to stand in my position here, my stagger, and now this one is going to do the inside first. So you remember when we do a bubble, you get power from that inside edge. So that is how I'm going to start moving. I'm going to lean outside, inside, and then what I'm going to do here is this wheel, I'm going to pivot around this foot here, and then swap, and then go back into the position here, inside, outside, inside, round, swap feet. Inside, outside, inside, swap feet. So when I get up to speed on this, I pop a little toe heel in here just to make it look a little bit more flashy. Here, I'll do a toe heel. So if you feel that your backward skating isn't quite up to this yet, I do have lots of videos on backward skating so you can build it up and get your confidence. So I'll link the playlist for you. I'm Katie, you've been watching Skatie, and I'll see you next time. Bye!